Okay, we go on to Saturday, and this is the Jubilee Stakes, what used to be the Diamond Jubilee Stakes, and it's the Group 1 over 6 furlongs for the older horses. There's a lot of potential winners in here. Highfield Princess is due to run in the King's Stand, may come and run in this, was in the race last year, didn't do very well. We've got Emirati Anna here, don't think it's good enough. Last year's this horse here, Artorius, ran very well in the race. He's back for another crack. But these are my three against five against the field. Run to Freedom was second in the Group 1 on Champions Day, 20 to 1. The Astrologist, he's never won a Group 1. I really want a Group 1 winner. This Singapore trained horse, Wellington, he's a Group 1 winner. He's been hitting the crossbar consistently. Whether this race is going to suit him, hard to know. Rohan won the Wokingham Stakes here as a 3-year-old. He does like soft ground. Let's have a look at his runs at Ascot. He was 4th in October in the Group 1. He won the Ben Goff Stakes, which is a Group 3 over course and distance. And of course he won the Wokingham Stakes last year. I think he's won it twice. And he won it the year before on soft. He's won on good to firm and soft. He also won another Group 3, the Commonwealth Cup trial. And 2 years ago they tried him in the Champions Sprint again. So he's won twice in the Champions Sprint. But his highest grade ever win is, well, he's won a Group 2 2 years ago, the Sandy Lane Stakes. He may be ready to win this. He's certainly capable of really high class form in the 120s. He's an interesting contender. The draw is going to be critical. Flaming Rib is very interesting for Hugo Palmer, because if we ever look back here, last year he ran in the Commonwealth Cup as a 3-year-old, 2nd of 20 on fast ground over course and distance at Royal Ascot, and that was a good run. Very, very good run. He's not managed to win a group race, so he's interesting. I don't think he's quite good enough. He's running a Maidan Group 1, finished 11th. Then he went to Shanghai and was 55 to 1. He ran in that Champion Sprint as a 3-year-old. He was 4th in the Haydock Sprint Cup last year. Now that might be the race for him this year. He was behind Rohan. That's very difficult for a 3-year-old sprinter. Yeah, he was ridden to lead over a furlong out and weakened in the final 100 yards. I'm certain they think this is a high-class horse. He was in the July Sprint Cup last year and second in the Commonwealth Cup. If he was to get really big on the machine, trading at 50, 60, 70, and it would need to be fast ground on that Saturday. We'd have to know that the ground is riding quick, because that's what he wants. And if he gets the quick ground, he's capable of running a huge race here. He hasn't got a lot to find with the likes of Rohan. These two foreigners, though, the Astrologist and Wellington, they both catch my eye. We'll have to see whether Artorius is well fancied. There's another Australian one here, Cannonball. But there's not that Highfield Princess. She didn't do very well in the race last year. 5 furlongs is her trip. So it's an interesting race. But it might end up backing 2 or 3 of these big price ones, especially if it's a big field, maximum field of 28. If we've got a big field and fast ground and a track bias and 6, 7, 8 places, then some of these big price ones could be worth a bet. Alright? But we'll see what gets declared, what the draw is and what the going is. I keep saying that, but that is all going to be critical to races like this. Some of the other races on the round course or over longer trips, the draw and the going is not going to be that critical. But on a sprint like this, a horse like Flaming Rib, he's going to want it fast, and he did run very well in the Commonwealth Cup last year and it might have been, everything might be worked towards this race. We'll see. I'm not wedded to any selection in there. Ones that I've currently not got on the shortlist could easily get on the shortlist. I definitely want something that's had a run though. Any that have not had a run, I definitely don't want to be with. Horses like there's Brad the Brief there, Kinross, yeah, those two in particular, not had a run. Ideally you want a Group 1 winner, but you don't have to be a Group 1 winner. And as he's been placed, he's run really well in at least two Group 1 races. I am definitely interested in Flaming Rib, but he would have to have the draw. Anyway, there you go. That's a quick look at the Jubilee Stakes, the Queen Elizabeth II Jubilee Stakes, which takes place on the Saturday, I believe.